Good morning. I thought I would put together a video tutorial to help you create your bookmark. So the first thing, I've got a new untitled document. I also opened up a little dog I have that if you want to use it you can. Otherwise, if you have a dog you want to already use, or you can create your own, but I think that'll be the hardest part, to recreate the dog they had on that bookmark. Anyhow, we're going to start by opening our design outline library. We're going to start with Shapes 1, and we're going to select the rectangle vertical. Hit OK. And I think it's kind of small for a bookmark, so with it selected, I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to say Fit to Hoop. So now it's a little larger, and you can still tell that I'm in my regular Essentials and Enthusiast module. Alright, I'm going to go into my outlines again, and I'm going to go to Floral, and I'm going to select Floral number 6, because I think the outline of Floral number 6 could look like a bite mark. Alright, so I'm going to move this floral down here. I'm going to let 4 teeth in there. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. And I'm going to download another one. I could do a different flower, but in this case I'm just going to do the same one. Move this up here. Alright, you note that I put in the rectangle first, so it is on the bottom. I'm going to select my first flower. I'm going to go into my Stitch Artist modules by clicking that, and I'm going to use my subtract feature. What that's going to do is take the overlap of the flower out of the rectangle. That's why it's important that your rectangle was added first. Otherwise you need to move it. If it was here, I would need to move it up to the top. Otherwise, you're going to take a rectangle out of the flower. Alright, so hit subtract, and just like that, the flower was subtracted, and the part of the rectangle was removed where the flower overlapped. I'm going to do the same thing with the other flower. Select them both, hit subtract. Now I have 2 bite marks out of my bookmark. I have not assigned any stitches to the bookmark yet, and before I do that, I'm going to change the color, because I think I'm going to choose an applique, and an applique has 3 colors, and I don't want to have to change it 3 times. So we're going to go with green, hit OK, and now I've got the green. Now I'm going to go assign an applique stitch to it, and by default it's E-stitch. I'm going to change that to satin. And I'm going to apply a fabric preview and material, so you don't have to have the fabric preview, but I like to see it. And this, by selecting material and position, it's telling it that I'm going to need 3 stops. And on each stop I definitely want a tied entry and tied exit. If I wanted to make the stitch width wider, smaller, here's where I do that. I do not mess with inset, especially since you're not pre-cutting. And a pre-cut means you've already got this shape material cut the exact size, so we're not doing that. We're going to leave that unchecked. Okay. Now, I told you I had a little dog, so I am going to come over here and just copy that little dog. It is an applique dog. I'm not sure I would normally do that here, but if you want, you can. Sometimes it's easier to select when I'm in this mode. Alright. Now you'll see these are 2 different objects. And you'll see this was purchased one. So I can't really go in there and edit nodes like I could for my created things. But I can delete things. So if I wasn't going to make this an applique, I might delete all those underlay items. you know, the placement stitch, the tack down stitch. Oh, and look, I deleted the bone. I think I like that better. So now I just have the outline of that side, the outline of this side, the eyes and nose, and then the little white on top of the eyes and nose. So actually, I like that without the bone. Or if you like the bone, you can leave the bone in. But since I don't think I would do an applique on top of an applique in this situation, I went ahead and removed the placement and tack down stitches.
Honey, look at that.
Paisley, say hi. Hi, Grandma Catherine.
Hi, Grandma Catherine.
I'm teaching her how to do something. Okay, next we need some words. This dog. And you can change your font if you want, but I'm just going to leave it. Sometimes letters are hard to grab. If you get it just, if you get it just right, you can move the whole set. But sometimes you get these blocks and you accidentally move a letter. So what you do, if you want to, yeah, if you click this, you'll see the 3 different options. This one here is going to angle whatever you want to do to that line of text. That's the top one. The bottom one is going to move the T and everything after it in that line. So if I select the H, it's going to be the H and everything after that in the line. And then the same thing for the next line. Now, I think this font needs to be a little bit bigger. So, and I need another set of font. Oops. Went back too much. Well, we'll just do it this way. All right, well, there's your bookmark.